After a much-needed break, we are all getting back on our feet and slowly easing into what is now more commonly known as the new normal or the new reality. Now, surely a lot of things will change, and we will definitely need to keep ourselves educated, and we need to adjust and adapt to the current situation. However, some things, some good old things will surely be the same. And one of those is our need to celebrate life's milestones. This could be something personal or it could be something corporate. For the personal events, it could cover weddings, birthday parties, anniversaries, and the like. For corporate events, this could cover product launches, company anniversaries, perhaps loyalty awards nights, and other similar activities. Now, this is people's desire to celebrate life's milestones, and we cannot take this away from people. So, given that these things are right around the corner, all of us will definitely need to keep ourselves educated with the new safety guidelines and the new protocols that have been put in place. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Atom Ungson, your host for today, and I'd like to welcome you all to event planning in the new reality. So for today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of things to cover. We have a very special guest who will be joining us in a bit, who will be sharing with us things about how to prepare ourselves when it comes to planning an event, or perhaps for guests, what are the guidelines that guests attending an event need to keep in mind. And later on, we will also be listening to the message of Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's Director of Sales and Marketing, who will be sharing with us the specific safety protocols that the hotel has put in place. So it's going to be an exciting afternoon. And just to excite you a little bit, we would like to request everyone to please stay until the very end because we have some really awesome prizes to give out, starting with this. Yeah, I'd like to start by showing the prizes so everybody can feel a little excitement. The first one is this La Mascherina mask from Fino Leatherware, one of our sponsors. As you can see, it's actually very interesting. It's made of leather and it's breathable and it looks very good. So that's one of our prizes. We also have one gift certificate for 3,000 pesos dining credit at Lung Hin Restaurant in Marco Polo. And finally, we are giving away one gift certificate for an overnight stay at a superior room with breakfast for two. So those are the three prizes that we will be giving out at the end of our program today. So we hope that all of you can stay with us until the very end, because after all, it's going to be quite an interesting conversation that you will have this afternoon. Also, as early as now, we would like to encourage everybody to please send in your comments and send in questions that you might have that our guest speakers will be able to answer later on. Okay? But before anything else, we would like to give the floor, or since we are online, let's give the screen to none other than Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's General Manager, Mr. Frank Breckenbach.
Good afternoon and welcome to our event planning in our new reality live stream, which will start with my opening remarks, and I would like to thank Ms. Kutchie and Mr. Atom as well as our Cristina for moderating this right after my remarks. Pre-COVID already we were recognized as a quality property, as a quality operator, having achieved the Forbes 5-star award 4 years in a row. There are less than a handful of properties in Manila, which shows how special this quality service seal of approval is. There is no doubt that the tourism travel, in this case obviously the MICE industry, has been hit extremely hard. I've never seen pictures of the whole British Airways fleet grounded, and many other international airlines And if the airlines are grounded, the hotels also don't take off. It was indeed a very, extremely, still is a very difficult time. It will take a long time for mice business, the mice business as we used to know it, to recover, because that will require that the whole travel protocols, the whole protocols with airlines and between countries goes back to a new reality, which is certainly not the case right now. Hence we met with Cristina and our team internally and said the best way for us is really to go after local business, even more specifically after special celebrations, anniversaries, events which are once in a lifetime events which, no matter how severe any crisis is, will not be postponed. People will continue to get married. People will continue to celebrate the births of their children, of their grandchildren, and so forth. People will continue to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary, their 95th anniversary or birthday, and so forth. So that's exactly what we want to do, and we want to do this with a passion, and we want to do this with dedication and on a high quality level. Quality and service, of course, we are going back to, or we never really given up our pre-COVID achievements of the Forbes seal of approval and the standard it brings with it. But what we have done is, together with the World Travel and Tourism Council Safe Travel Biosecurity protocols, to further enhance and put our safety and security standards for you, especially for you, our customers, and obviously our team in-house, to welcome you in all security and make you feel that this is the place to have your events. I know, and we have been noticed, no matter how some of the rules, some of the quarantines are relaxed or abolished, or how much percentage of your restaurant you can now sell or you can make available, as long as people don't feel safe and confident to go out of their homes, to go out of their private safe space, it's just going to take time, and it's an uphill battle. But in this case, I'm very confident that with the 3 people who will discuss this in greater details, we will achieve this. The team spirit is an important ingredient in any hotel's life, especially if you want to play on the highest level. Working as a team, working together, yes, that's important, but it's more than that. I think it has to develop into kind of a family spirit, a family environment, because we're all here to help each other. Especially during these last 4 or 5 months, we have seen that how dedicated, how helpful, how the team pulled together in helping each other, because we were not able to man each and every area as it used to be in the past, and this will be, I think, also part of the new reality. We will continue to work on this and to deliver this genuine hospitality. So please rebook, please book, please reschedule, please contact us to tailor-make your event to deliver to your expectations, or even above your expectations, your next events here. And I wish you to be safe, be healthy, keep safe, and I can guarantee you, please visit us, please come and see us, because you are in good hands here, you will be safe, because we follow these protocols to the highest levels. I see you soon, and thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Frank Reichenbach. Now, yes, we agree that celebrating milestones is definitely part of human nature. All of us have that need to celebrate life's milestones with our loved ones, our friends, our family, and our relatives. So that's something that you cannot take away from us, which is why it is important for us to make the necessary preparations in order for us to conduct events again in the future safely. That is what is most important, which is why we are here right now to tackle some of these things. But before anything else, we would like to greet all of our viewers. Good afternoon, everybody. I suppose our viewers are the guests of and clients of Marco Polo Ortigas, Manila, and the clients of our very special guest. And hopefully, I also have some clients watching right now. And I think we also have some fellow event and wedding suppliers who are watching right now. So hi, everybody. We hope you're all safe. We hope you're all well, and we hope that you're all finding a pleasant way to cope with our current situation. And hopefully at the end of this live coverage, hopefully you will have some takeaways that will help you better prepare yourselves for what's coming very soon. All right. Now, everybody, as I had mentioned earlier, events are going to happen and they're right around the corner. Right now, our situation limits us from having a big gathering, but pretty soon, the restrictions and the limitations will slowly get lifted and events will start happening again. It might not be as big as how events used to be, but hopefully they will be much more than 10 or 20 people. And that's happening very, very soon. And with, of course, as guests, we want to attend an event with a certain peace of mind that we can attend the event and go back to our families safely without getting unnecessarily exposed. So let's now take a look at the safety protocols and guidelines that a five-star hotel such as Marco Polo Ortigas Manila has put in place to guarantee the safety of their clients and the guests who will attend future events in Marco Polo Ortigas Manila. So let's now take a look at the safety protocols and guidelines that Marco Polo Ortigas Manila has set in place for the upcoming events. Let's take a look at this. Now, as you can see, there you have it. As you can see, the safety protocols that Marco Polo Ortigas Manila has put in place begins as soon as you enter the lobby and it ends as soon as you exit. So the entire time you're inside the hotel, when you attend or when you host an event, you can feel completely safe. As you can see, they prepared kits, the whole dining experience. It's and the whole hotel is properly sanitized. The whole kitchen is properly sanitized. The dining area is properly sanitized. And I myself can have some peace of mind entering the hotel, attending an event, and have peace of mind that when I go home, I can go home to my family unexposed to anything unnecessary. So kudos to you, Marco Polo Ortigas Manila. Good job. And with that, everybody, it is now time for us to call on our first guest speaker. Now, to all those who have gotten married and to all the wedding suppliers watching right now, this lady is no stranger to us or to you. I'm sure that if you have attended an event or a wedding sometime in the last X number of years, I'm sure that you would have come across this lady. You know what? As a bit of trivia, the very first wedding that I ever hosted professionally was coordinated by our first guest speaker. She is the most millennial wedding coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I know we can't hear you, but please, from wherever you are, put your hands together for the president of Getting Married Philippines, Miss Kutchie Luzurriaga. Hi, Coach.
Hi, Atom.
Did you like my intro?
That was a very nice introduction. Thank you for being nice to me.
I wanted to say other things, but
very careful naman sa X number of years now. But yeah,
exactly.
We've been together for quite a long time already. And first of all, let me greet our audience for today. Hello and good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm very thankful for Marco Polo Ortigas for giving us this opportunity to be able to present what's actually happening to the industry right now, especially social events. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. We're happy to, of course, to be here. We'd like to thank Marco Polo Ortigas for organizing this. More than anything, we hope that at the end of this program, of the show, our viewers can have a takeaway and can have some insights that they can get from you and from your expertise, Coach. Because like I said, you've been in the business for
X number of years.
For X number of years, which I think makes you credible to be called an expert, right?
Well, kind of.
So so Coach, to everybody, what we're going to do in the next few minutes is this. I'm going to be asking Kutchie some questions, questions with regard to safety protocols and managing your expectations when it comes to organizing, planning, and hosting, and even attending an event. So, Coach, are you ready?
Okay, game. Let's have this conversation going para maka-inform tayo sa mga audience natin right now. I'm sure excited sila to find out what are the things going on kasi we've been like kind of, it's like very, diba? Very quiet for the past few months. No, it's been 4 months. So now we wanted to get back on our feet, and I'm hoping that the questions you will throw, we'll be able to inform them better. Okay.
Good luck, Coach, because alam mo naman ako, I like putting people on the spot. So good luck. No, don't worry. I'll take care of you, of course. All right. So let's begin. As you had just said a few seconds ago, we have been on pause for about 4 months now, more than 4 months.
Yes.
And I think we were the first ones to be affected, and as they say, we are the last ones who will be able to recover from this crisis. Now, I just want to know, from among all of your millions of clients, with upcoming weddings, what is the percentage of your couples who have postponed? How many are going to cancel? And before the year ends, from among all of your clients, how many do you think will still push through with their weddings this year?
Okay. Well, actually, that's true, Atom, no? Because of the pandemic, a lot of our soon-to-weds clients, those who want to have social events, be it a birthday or a celebration, really were caught flat-footed by the pandemic, no? And because of that, everything was placed on pause. And ito na yung nagkagulo talaga yung mga natin, no, clients natin and social events, whether they go for push it for it, paano, will they reschedule it or postpone it, or yung iba ultimately cancel. But at the end of the day, I'm very happy to note, no, na according to recent surveys, not just only here in the Philippines, but also globally, a good 80% of clients with social events are actually pushing through with their event on another scheduled date, no? Either it be before the year ends or most likely next year. And siguro mga 20% lang talaga yung nag-cancel. So it really is giving us a very good news on that aspect kasi we know that it's going to come back. Social events will come back. It's just a matter of time. We're just really waiting it out. And normally, yung mga nagkaroon ko pa nga ng cancellation, even on my personal side, the weddings, are those who are based abroad, and that's because of the uncertain travel restrictions. But most of the time, these locally based accounts are going to push for it. Just a matter of time lang talaga, just as rescheduled and postponed events. Mm-hmm. So
I
that's a
suppose
good number.
I suppose we can add to that. It's a matter of time, and it will depend on how much people will continue to stay home or to avoid going out unnecessarily. Would you agree?
Yeah, but wedding celebrations kasi will happen because even if they are at home, they can still plan pa naman for their weddings, no? They can still be proactive about it. It's just really a matter of time. As long as MGCQ will happen, that will be an even positive talaga na note for everyone kasi it will give us parang mas leeway ba on how to prepare for the next steps. It is just really a matter of waiting for that MGCQ to happen. Yeah, even later on when we present the guidelines from the hotel that we're presenting, this is the MGCQ na the scenario that's going to happen.
Okay. Now, my next question, Coach, is this. This question has been asked many times in other interviews throughout all the different quarantines, right? But I would like to know your take on this. So, what is your best advice for couples who already have a wedding set sometime this year? What is your best advice for them with regard to their next course of action? What should be their next step? Okay. Should they just wait and see, or should they actually be more proactive and do something?
All right. Basta for couples who have planned to schedule their wedding and they have wedding planners, syempre the first step talaga is really to reach out to their wedding planners and make their plans known. So that makastid rin yung plan nila on rescheduling to the other suppliers. Now, they have to be very definite with the date that they have chosen, and I always tell my clients to put that in writing because sa dami na nag-move na clients, in the past few months, it can cause a confusion. So I always reiterate that they have to get a renewed contract from their suppliers stating their new date, or if there's a need to revise the contract, even better. I also advise most to move their date within 1 year sana of their original date because I heard there will be escalation clauses then with other suppliers, no? So better if it's within 1 year. Also, before I shared it also in a YouTube episode ko on other concerns on how to go about moving it, I said they can always consider having a weekday wedding so that mas feeling ko, mas ma-align nila yung most of their suppliers on that particular date, no? If it's a weekday. They can even consider doing a lunch wedding kung gusto talaga nilang weekend because why not, no? Why not do a morning wedding, then have a lunch wedding kung gusto mo pa rin talaga ng weekend. I also tell our clients na always pick up from where they left off, no? Because they can just continue on planning with the details of their wedding. Basta along the way, they just have to really take note of existing safety guidelines and regulations given by the government. Kasi nga, right now, social events are really one of those talagang medyo nahuhuli with regards to being allowed to freely operate, no? But
which is understandable.
Yeah, correct, because of the mass gatherings, no?
Yeah.
But slowly we're getting there. Kaya I'm always telling my clients, those who wants to have socials, the name of the game right now is just to have flexibility, have patience, and then there will just be adjustments that we are going to encounter along the way. But definitely, it's doable kasi we're here naman to help and assist them. There.
Okay.
So those are the things that they can just do for the rescheduling part.
You know, if I may say so, no, I totally agree with you with a contract, no, because we have an existing contract with our couples. Now, if they will, normally they send a message, they send a verbal message inquiring about new dates, and yes, I'm available, but they don't. Okay, please pencil me in.
Yes, puro pencil.
Puro pencil me in.
Yes,
so medyo open-ended. Now, the problem will come when another couple will ask about that particular date.
Yes.
So kung wala pang bagong contract, if it's just a verbal inquiry, then the date can still go to anybody.
Right. So that's why I caution our soon-to-weds, our clients, to have moved anybody with social. Always reiterate like the final date in contract, no, para hindi magulo. Kasi with all the confusion, and with all the confusion going on, no, it's so hard to track then if everything is not placed in writing. So better talaga if everything is in black and white. Yan.
Okay. Next question, Coach. Ito. I think this is a question of a lot of couples, no. Kasi okay. So the question is, obviously, if you want to push through with your wedding in the next few months, you really have to downsize. You really have to downsize the number of guests that you have. No? My question is, what are your tips for couples on how they can deal with their guests so that their invited guests, their originally invited guests won't feel hurt? Won't feel bad na, ay, hindi ako invited.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's common knowledge naman right now na this COVID thing is still ongoing, no? And there are still din naman mga a certain few number of people who are very, very careful also in going out. No? So I believe that to do the cutting of guests or slashing of guests, why not give the concern to your guests? So I suggested before na to like a client to come up with a survey form. It's para din siyang RSVP, no? Pero it's a survey card that you can send to your original list na guest list, no? And you ask them this question, if they would still be feeling comfortable, if they will still attend your wedding on this particular date, no? And then they can select lang from the box whether, yes, with their mask on, we're ready to attend your wedding, or we're sorry, we regret we're not gonna be able to make it. So parang in that way, you're giving them the freedom to decide for themselves. And technically, hindi na ikaw yung nag-slash sa kanila, but sila na mismo yung nagsabi how comfortable will they be, no? So, I can actually share a link of that naman if ever, or anyone who wants to email, I can send you that sample form. And also, what we suggest, and since naka-cut off na nga siya to 50% because of MGCQ, yun lang yung ina-allow, 50% of the venue, ini-encourage ko talaga yung mga couples na para dun sa hindi makaka-attend ng event nila is to always have like a live streaming option for those at home but they want to share the celebration with them and they may papanood pa nila. They always have the option to have a live stream via Zoom or other social media platforms there.
Just like what our broadcast partner is currently doing. Our broadcast partner, Experience Live, is actually offering a streaming of the actual event so that the original guests can still be able to see what's happening. Just like what you said.
True.
You know, especially now, if this happened, let's say 10, 15 years ago, I suppose that option wouldn't even be on the table.
Yes. technology is so great, diba?
Yeah, since we have it, I suggest we should maximize the technology that is available to all of us right now.
Yes, it's broadcasted live.
Okay. Kutchie, my next question is this. So right now we are on, ano na ba tayo ngayon? Ano na ba tawag ito? GCQ?
GCQ pa rin.
GCQ na, oo. And I guess what we are waiting for is MGCQ.
Yes.
So in the meantime, how can soon-to-weds maximize the current situation? How can they maximize this? Para naman hindi sayang yung oras.
Okay. The problem kasi right now with GCQ is that most institutions, especially yung mga major ones like venues and churches, have not been fully operational. And you know, yung mga couples natin may tendency silang parang baka tamarin, you know, mawala ng motivation to do something. But you know, honestly,
yung planning lang ay titigil.
Yes.
Planning lang, hindi yung relationship.
Actually, yeah, it's just really something like they can still plan on things on their own, no? Like, for example, personal stuff. I've shared it before, but I'm gonna share it again, no? This is like, you can start writing your personal vows. A lot of my couples I see, especially my grooms, doing it last minute, you know, or on the day doon sila nag-google kung anong isusulat nila sa personal vows nila. That's so funny. It takes time, no, to write it, no?
Google. There are couples who Google their vows.
Yes, there are. I have grooms who actually Google their personal vows. It's nakakatawa. It should come from the heart, by the way, guys. Just take note of that, from the heart.
But I guess, let's be understanding. I guess not all soon-to-weds are well-versed in writing.
Well, you know, you can always be creative about writing your vows. Pwede namang hindi nila i-recite, you know. They can have it videoed if they like. You know, they can just do a voiceover thing. They can be creative with their videographers about it. So, in that kind of process, pwede nilang i-collaborate with other people how they intend to come up with their wedding vows. No? So, ang daming scenario na pwede for that. Then, continue reaching out to us. If you have a wedding planner, just continue to reach out to us para nakakapag-update tayo to tell everyone is available via Zoom. And that has been going on. If you are within 3 months from the date of your wedding, you can actually start doing your marriage documentations, yung mga requirements.
Yan pala. Is that, are the offices?
Ang dami nagtanong yan, Atom. Pwede na kasi siya online. Pwede siyang online. Oo.
Okay.
So, like churches, like Manila Cathedral, San Antonio, they do online, Cristina, Canonical. So, pwede na nilang umpisahan yan. Para pag nag-MGCQ na, dire-diretso na sila sa mga prod meeting with other suppliers and done na with church and government requirements, no? Again, they can always finalize their guest list kasi nga, given the 50% capacity, magda-downsize ka, then you have to do that elimination factor na and then start finalizing who will make it to the cut na lang. Others have a wedding website. Why not continually update, no? Magpasok lang sila ng mga images nila doon, what have they been up to, yung mga website na yan, ang daming laman yan, no? Daming pwedeng information that you can give to your guests. You can also start creating your wedding playlist, no? You know, alam mo yan, Atom, in the program, how important music is to you as a host.
Oh, yeah.
It carries, di ba? It carries the entire program for you. And maraming couple, they do that as the last option to do, no? Which should not be the case kasi that is the primary entertaining factor for your wedding. And ang daming segment yan, alam mo yan, mga intros, first dances to do, what's the music for cake cutting, what's your dinner music that will keep your guest, feeling connected to your wedding. Those are things that you can start thinking of. Yung iba, magpapasend out na rin ng bagong save the date cards kasi may bago kang date. Or you can actually do paperless. No, there's a lot of websites that can do like a paperless post, and you can go to that option. Others will
actually,
also.
Sorry, I think it's double faceted. No, kasi they can go either way.
Yes,
anyway,
they can go either print or they can do online.
Kasi because you have fewer guests, mas mura ngayon ang printing ng invitation mo. So
Yes.
might as well have them printed. But at the
Yes.
same time, since konti lang naman, if you do it online, the invitees will understand that why you went online.
Yeah. At saka yung like yung sinasabi, no, alam mo naman, kasama sa weddings yung you have to look good, you have to be healthy. So I always tell my clients then, not just to continue doing their mga exercise routines and their beauty regimen, gives them more time pa nga in the process, diba, because of the what's going on. And then,
ikaw ba, tuloy-tuloy ba ang mga midnight? Alam ko, midnight ka nag-workout eh. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin ba ang midnight exercises mo?
Alam ko, Atom, sasabihin mo, tuloy-tuloy pa ba yung midnight snacking mo? So, actually, yan. Yan yung totoo po dyan, yung midnight snacking. But I'm serious, like, just continue doing your beauty and exercise regimens para on your big day, super glowing ka lang talaga and hindi kayong mukhang parang dumaan sa COVID, di ba? So, those are things that can actually help you even distress. So there's a lot of things that can make you busy pa rin.
As a bit of trivia, no? Kasi Kutchie and I, once in a while, actually not once in a while, we often talk to each other or call each other midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Minsan sabi niya, Ato, wag ka muna magulo, nag-workout ako. So yeah, you're right. We have to keep ourselves healthy. We have to keep ourselves, that's on us. Oh, wait, which brings me back to one thing you said earlier, no? So they should continue to fix their documents. So mga Senomar, pwedeng ngayon.
Yeah,
they can do all of those things now.
The churches I'm very happy. Some churches have actually adapted to going online. So that makes it easier even for my abroad accounts. And syempre, yung mga ayaw lumabas ng bahay. So that can be done. So para mapabilis, yung processing.
Okay, that's actually good to know, no? Kasi at least they can make use of the time para di naman sayang.
Yes,
because it's so easy to imagine that since everything is on hold, some couples might think, sige, baka sarado din yung mga government offices, baka di din namin makuha yung mga Senomar, baka delayed din namin makuha, kaya saka na lang. So from your experience, what yung speed of, di ba mini-mails ay yung Senomar, you do it online?
Yeah.
On time pa rin nila nakukuha.
Some of my couples have actually shared to me naman na they were able to get it back in time. Yeah. So that's good news.
Okay, that is definitely good news.
Yeah.
Ito naman, Coach. I'm sure you're in contact with a lot of other suppliers, no? You're in contact with our fellow suppliers of your couples, I'm sure. Are you aware of any promos or new services being offered that couples can take advantage of?
Discounts, you mean? Promos? Actually, there's a lot of things going on pa rin naman sa industry. A lot of our wedding suppliers are very proactive now in knowing na there's going to be some budget concerns with some of our soon-to-weds. So mapapansin mo with mga recent bridal fair onlines, they are giving actually a huge discount and promos currently for their packages. And they're actually customizing it na nga according to your requirement eh. So the
Tinitailor fit.
Yes, they have been very flexible actually.
Okay. What about new services to address the pandemic or to address the current situation or perhaps the restrictions brought about by this pandemic? Are there services like that?
Yeah. Well, actually, Atom, in my next YouTube episode, which will be up, sorry ko na rin, no, which will be up next week, no. I've actually gone the extra mile of interviewing some industry players and check ko lang kung what have they been doing the past few months in preparation for the opening of MGCQ and later on magkakaroon na talaga ng mga sunod-sunod na events, no. So, in summary, I actually asked photo video people, I asked a hairstylist, caterers, an event stylist, I asked a bridal gown designer on what are the things that's been happening even for us wedding planners. So, basically, a ang narinig kong lagi nang sinasabi is flexibility in their arrangements that will best suit whatever requirement of the couples right now. Kasi not everybody will do an intimate wedding, no? Others will still do, they still wanted like 100 or 150 more guests. Kasi right now, the playing field is nangyayari pa lang yung mga 10 to 30 guests eh. Yun pa lang ina-allow ng government, no? Pero later on, pag yung venue will allow already for 100, for example, half of that is 200, I still have couples who are booking for that, no? So, yung mga suppliers natin are actually getting very flexible on anong klaseng wedding ba they're going to hold. And for the preparations, everybody is very into adapting, to the requirements mandated by the IATF. So these are the health protocols. Like for example, for photo and video people, most of their staff have undergone rapid testing before actually going to an event.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, yung mga wearing of face masks and face shields are, of course, are regular, mandatory. And then halos napansin ko, lahat ng mga packages would already include a live streaming option package para those guests who are at home can, share in the celebration. So those are like for photo and video people. For the venues, super nauusi sila sa cleanliness and sanitation. Like in Marco Polo Hotel, meron nga silang hashtag na ready when you are. And kanina nakita natin how usi sila with the sanitation procedures that's been happening sa kitchen, sa hallway, things like that. And most venues are doing that campaign right now to ensure na when you enter the venue, there's peace of mind, no? Later on, I think Miss Cristina Cruz, Sales and Director of Marco Polo, will be explaining more. And then, of course, yung mga event stylists.
Excited na nga siya eh.
Yeah.
Excited na siya eh.
Yes, yung mga event stylists then are also being flexible with doing designs, no? Sobrang, sila, whatever arrangement you need, whether it be in a garden, in a home, in a hotel venue, sobrang game sila. A lot of them told me that they've been observing high sanitation in their equipments. So they're also trying to orient their staff on how to be, how to have safety measures with regards to their ingress and egress.
Meron na ba? Meron na bang guidelines for each category ng suppliers?
Yes, actually, meron ginagawa.
Per category?
Well, actually, Atom kasi, meron tayong IATF guidelines. Now, under IATF, there is like a representative group that's been dealing with them. But with the suppliers kasi that I've asked, sila na mismo yung nagkusa, na gumawa ng sarili nila na protocol na aligned doon sa IATF. Kasi nga parang ayaw na rin nilang mag-antay eh. Kailangan gumawa na sila ng safety standards nila. Because this early, they have to start training their staff on how to manage themselves on the day of the event, di ba? And just to continue then, excited din ako to share, even designers have adjusted, mga gown designers. They have done mga designs now na simple lang.
Pero, PPE na ba yung material ng mga wedding gown na yun?
Hindi naman, Atom. They just made it simpler, mas classic yung look, but still timeless. And may mga matching mask pa nga silang create for that.
So yan, lacy yan.
Yeah. May mga beadwork pa.
Oh, wow.
I saw one nga na may mga, like kay Jordi Bio, meron siyang parang kiss ganyan. It's so cute. So everyone is
creativity. I love the creativity of people in the wedding industry.
Yes.
And how easy it is for us to adapt, no?
Yes, and even mga makeup artists they invested on UV sterilizers. So yung mga iba natatakot magpa-makeup, don't be afraid kasi though they will be in close contact with you, naka-PPE yung mga yan, naka-face shield, naka-mask, and they will ensure that all their tools and equipments dumaan sa UV sterilizer, and a lot have invested on that, no? And then
I'm not really, I don't use makeup. I don't use makeup every day, so I'm not really that.
Flawless ka na.
I don't use it every day, so I'm not that well versed. But I think, in theory, thinking about it, I guess the safest would be airbrush kasi walang tumatama.
But everything will still undergo sanitation and sterilization for sure. And then for us wedding planners, parang nagiging pressure din na sa amin yung part na parang kami yung magpupulis on the day. Kasi di ba may mga contact tracing, may mga health protocols. So syempre kami yung nakagitna to everybody facilitating the movement, no? So sa part namin, we have to make sure that there will be strict implementation of all these health standards and safety protocols. Kasi two-way yan eh. The hotel is doing their thing, but we have to make sure it's being implemented. We have to make sure the suppliers are also being mindful. So I think kaming mga wedding planners will act like a police on that day, making sure that everything is safe.
So kayo ba, so how's that? So you work hand in hand with the venue, maybe a hotel or whatnot. So you work hand in hand with them to police the rules, to police the people, to enforce the rules.
Yes, that's true.
So you work hand in hand with them.
Yes, oo. Kaya we have to be very tawag dito, collaborative with regards to how to execute these things, no? Para din mapadali for our clients. Kasi syempre, Atom, this is uncertain times. Ang mga kliyente are also wondering, like, gosh, what are the things that we have to prepare? We as wedding planners are here to lighten their load. Kung ano man yung mga requirements, we can easily disseminate that to their suppliers and help facilitate para mabawasan na rin yung iniintindi nila. So, that's how we can help.
Ever since naman talaga, naman tayo teamwork naman talaga yan, di ba?
Yes.
Minsan kahit hindi natin trabaho, gagawin natin if we see that something is needed and nobody else is doing it. Kumbaga, nagkukusang loob na lang tayo. That's really it's an unwritten rule among all wedding suppliers, I suppose. Because at the end of the day, we just want to make our couples' relationships and lives and their special occasion to run more smoothly, to be more special, to be more seamless.
Bottom line talaga is ma-deliver natin yung celebration nila.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question. For an intimate wedding, what do you think is the average planning window for event prep, to prepare yourself? What's the average planning window?
Alam mo, Atom, kasi yung intimate wedding na na-encounter ko, intimate, like 20 to 30 lang sila, pero big sila on details, no? Hindi siya exactly simple. So not because it's intimate, it means simple. It can be intimate, simple. It can also be
intimate,
extravagant with a lot of details, no? So nakita naman natin, of late, there were couples who had intimate weddings pero grand yung mga itsura ng setup nila, no? Pero 30 lang sila. And then meron namang iba nag-backyard lang. So again, yung window on how long to prepare for that would depend on how simple or how grand you want it, no? But I'd like to be safe. Siguro sabihin mo, intimate naman. And if you're in a hotel, example na scenario wherein most of the packages are already in place, actually kahit 2 months to go lang or a month to go, you can easily shift to an intimate wedding Basta all in place na.
Actually, I had a wedding yesterday. 1 week. They planned for 1
yun din
week.
yung sasabihin ko. Kung simple lang yung wedding nila, ayaw magbuhat ng bangko. Pero kaya yan, 2 linggo, no, Atom? Basta naka-ready na lahat yung mga ibang bagay.
And I suppose it also depends on the couples. If they know what they want, it will be easy for them to relay what they want to their suppliers. So mas malinaw ang instructions for us to be able to carry out how they imagine it or what they do or what they want.
Yes, true. That's why, in a way, parang yung pagpaplano naman for an intimate wedding talaga would depend on how simple or how grand they want it. Kami naman will always adjust.
Tayo namang suppliers will adjust naman to how they want it as long as the instructions are clear.
At saka Atom, let's not forget, no, yung window na sinasabi natin, yung under controlled conditions natin. Because remember, we're still under GCQ. So minsan yung nakaka-delay din sa atin, yung mga LGUs, no? Like yung guideline ng barangay mo or yung town mo.
Iba-iba pa ba yan? Iba-iba yan.
Kasi di ba there was an instance wherein sabi nila may areas lang daw na hihigpitan pero may areas na luluwagan. Like for example, if I'm talking for the whole Philippines right now, Manila is okay with the GCQ, pero in Iloilo, Bacolod, Cebu, naka-lockdown sila ulit. So nagkakaroon din ng extra factor yung delay na yan. So for wedding planners in the Philippines, take note that even for an intimate wedding, magkakaroon tayo ng delay if may mga restrictions pa rin yung government. So those something that we have to factor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach, finally, so we're talking about intimate weddings. We're talking about the window of the planning of an intimate wedding, no? So I suppose it will also boil down to the couple's priorities. Ano ba dapat ang i-prioritize nila? What should they prioritize? What are the elements and who are the suppliers whom couples should prioritize for an intimate wedding setting?
Okay. I'll talk na lang from my experience.
Or details.
All right. I'll talk na lang from my experience, no, with the intimate wedding that we have done. Talagang lumiit yung number of suppliers that was needed for the event. Hindi talaga lahat ma-accommodate because of the restrictions, and let's face it, allowed lang 10 sa loob ng church for the meantime. And that's why you're waiting for NGCQ. Kasi when NGCQ happens, a bigger number of suppliers will now be allowed kasi mas malaki na talaga yung magiging count mo for that. So technically, priorities will still be, for me, wedding planner pa rin. Kasi for us, we are there to give the guidance and the facilitation. And I heard kasi, some were discounting the wedding planners because hindi naman daw kailangan even for an intimate event, no? When in fact, most suppliers are actually looking for us on the day of the event. Kasi, gosh, parang walang nagli-lead sa amin, walang nagsasabi sinong tatakbo. So, na-imagine mo, Atom, kahit small lang yung event, they were still looking for the wedding coordinators to assist.
Ano ba yung, sorry Coach, ano ba yung element talaga na hindi dapat mawala, may it be a small wedding or a big wedding? Ano ba yung element? Dapat ba swabe? Yun ba yung pinaka-importante element regardless of the size? Dapat smooth and ang flow?
Sa amin kasi syempre yung una-una sa planning, guidance, and professional advice on things, on how to go about it. And then on the day of the itself, who is in charge? So even if ang gagaling ng photo video mo or ang galing ng caterer mo, top of the line, pero walang nag-head sa kanila, ang hirap nun kasi hindi mo na pwedeng stress yung clients, no? Or whatever social event you're into. So I think for a smoother flow of event, priority pa rin sana there is a wedding planner or a wedding coordinator. And then, syempre, documentation of events. And so we're talking of the photo and video people. That's very important. Of course, the venue, where you will have it, saan yung ceremony mo, and what is a celebration without food, no? So definitely with catering involved, especially with Marco Polo, they are actually offering a lot of varieties in flexibility. They even told me, yung guests mo na who cannot come to your event can actually have a curated box sent to their homes and they can feast on it, no? Diba? So they have this box like that. And then, syempre the gowns. The bride ring susuotin mo, that's a priority, no? Kasi even if it's simple, even if it's parang streamlined lang, still, you want you to look nice in photos. Of course, hair and makeup for me is a priority kasi even if konti lang yung guests mo present, pero naka-Zoom at naka-live streaming ka naman at nakikita ka ng, friends mo even abroad, that's important that you still look good, no? So,
of course.
So top of mind, those are like basic requirements immediately. Again, of course, if allow ka talaga ng a lot more, then syempre doon na natin mapapasok pa yung mga ibang important elements, no? They also
so medyo play it by ear pa rin.
Yes, oo. Pero sa NGCQI, I'm really pushing even MC should be there. Kasi parang ang konti na nga ng
Thank you, Kutchie. Thank you. Those are my sentiments exactly.
It's true, no? Because, kunyari, ang guest mo 100, halos same, kayo na lang yun nasa room, and who breaks the ice, Parang somebody should be the one putting the energy and the vibe na, this is still a celebration, and naka-live stream ka, so makikita talaga nila yan. So those are things that's very important to consider.
Okay, great. Kutchie, you know what? I can speak for myself. Your answers, I think, are very helpful, and it can
thank
really
you.
help guide couples and even fellow suppliers as we move on, as we move along into this new reality that's inevitable, and it's sad, but we just have to adjust and adapt and really prepare ourselves.
Basta wag lang tayo mawawala ng motivation sa sarili
Yes.
natin. Let's continue to be active, to be updated. Just prepare tayo para tayo mga sundalo. Yung Girl Scout, di ba laging handa? No? So, anytime, it will happen.
Bilib ako sa mga fellow wedding suppliers natin. Kanya-kanyang
paandar, di ba?
Kanya-kanyang racket, kanya-kanyang coping mechanisms. Some resort to cooking, some resort to baking, some resort to reselling. It's amazing. We find ways to adapt and to survive also.
Yeah. Naka-pivot lang for now, but yung mga passion talaga niyan, yung love niya nasa wedding talaga. So, anytime yan, ready na lang sila.
Okay. So, Kutch, do you have a few final words for our viewers? You might have a message for the people watching us right now.
Actually, gusto ko lang mag-plug because kasi di ba kanina nasa planning tayo. Let's remember that even for those who have not booked their suppliers yet, meron pa rin mga online, no? So, in my own bridal fair, Getting Married Bridal Fair, we're going to have an online bridal fair happening starting August, September. We'll put that on air. So I will be making announcements. So for sure, a lot of our couples or mga clients, be it social, debut, birthday, looking for suppliers, you can just go to our online bridal fair and check out what's available in terms of offerings, packages, and even discounts.
Pwede na ba? Can people inquire and join already?
Yeah, it's ongoing right now.
Ongoing na.
Ongoing.
So how can they inquire?
They can just get in touch with us in our social medias directly to our office.
What is your Instagram? So what? Facebook? Or Instagram?
You can actually email us.
Getting Married
Bridal Fair. It's in our Facebook, Getting Married Bridal Fair, also in Instagram, also in Twitter. So
or Google. Just Google it. Getting Married Bridal Fair.
We're like when you go bridal fair, nasa first page naman kami. Nag-plug talaga. Pero matagal na kasi siya eh. It's been more than 10 years. Kaya we still have that physical bridal fair. But for now, we're doing also an online just because of the situation, no? But the physical bridal fair, meron pa rin yan.
Wow, 10 years. Kutchie, sorry. Hindi halata. 10 years ka na nagba-bridal fair. More than 10 years.
Wow, Atom na. Yung talaga yung mga bulahan natin sa nasanay na ako dyan. Oo. But thank you. Thank you so much for your Miss Universe questions.
No, thank you, Coach. Thank you for your presence. On behalf of Marco Polo Ortigas Manila, we'd like to thank you for your insights and for sharing them with us and with our viewers.
Yeah, I hope nakatulong yung mga snippets ng tanungan natin. Thank you so much, Atom.
Nakatulong, I'm sure. So everybody, before we release Kutchie, if you have questions, just post them on the Facebook comment section. And if there are questions that were not tackled earlier, we can bring Kutchie back later on for a Q&A portion if necessary, kung meron mga tanong na hindi nasagot. So I hope we can keep you there and just bring you back later on.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Atom.
Thank you, Kutchie.
Thank you so much. All right.
So there you have it, everybody. We just heard some words from none other than Kutchie Luzurriaga, the president of Getting Married of Getting Married Philippines, and like what she had mentioned, she has a Getting Married Bridal Fair coming in a few weeks. So there you have it, everybody. So I hope that Kutchie's insights and pieces of advice have helped us more or less visualize the things needed for us to execute events in the upcoming future. So again, if you have questions, ask them in the comment section. We'll be happy to answer them if we have time. And if we don't have time, maybe Kutchie can just reply to your questions on the comment section. Okay? So again, Kutchie Luzurriaga, thank you very much for your insights and for helping us out. So everybody, we now move on to calling on our next, actually not guest, but our next special appearance. Marco Polo Ortigas Manila has a new director of sales and marketing. And today we're going to grill her. I-grill natin siya. We're going to ask her about their new guidelines. We're going to ask her their basis for coming up with these guidelines. And in a way, she just wants to say hello also to all of our viewers. So everybody, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please give it up for Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's Director of Sales and Marketing, Miss Cristina Cruz.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm very much happy that we are all here, though virtually.
Hi. Though virtually.
Yeah,
Hi,
though
Miss Cristina Cruz. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good, and actually, I'm so happy that we are all here. Though virtually, we are all together in different places. But this is
Yeah. Wait, sorry, ma'am. I'll have to cut you. I think somebody has a Facebook on. Paki-mute na lang kasi there you go. Yan, naririnig natin eh. Okay. Sige, Miss Cristina Cruz, sorry, you were saying?
Yes, I was saying like we're all here, but we're virtually not together, but it's happening. So I think this is the new normal right now. So thank you, Atom, again, and Kutchie for the very comprehensive explanation and advice earlier.
I'm sure meron din kayong takeaway, mga takeaway from Kutchie's message, Kutchie's words a few minutes ago.
Yes, of course.
Madami.
Ang dami. And I think that's what our audience and customers and clients are looking forward to, because a lot of things has been on pending since the pandemic happened. So very comprehensive explanation, and thank you again.
Okay, thank you also for having us, and thank you for organizing this. Since you called me, I've been excited about this because, in a way, we are in a position to help viewers who are preparing an event, maybe a social event or a corporate event that's coming up. Yeah.
First and foremost, I think most of the people are very much concerned with safety and health issues because of course, the pandemic right now. So what I'm going to share right now is mostly on what the procedures the hotel has undertaken to ensure that all our guests are safe and it's ready. The hotel is ready with all our procedures, and we're just waiting for the lifting of the DCQ.
Mm-hmm. Wow, kitang-kita nyo naman. Talagang pasok talaga sa hashtag natin because I haven't even started, pero si Miss Cristina Cruz, ready na because their hashtag is ready when you are.
Yes, ready.
Since we're ready. Sorry, please go ahead.
Yes, and just to assure everyone, the hotel is compliant with the guidelines of IATF and DOT. And we cannot go away with the procedures which is set by IATF to operate. So in terms of the number of people to accept an event, the hotel has different setups. The capacity of the function room should be 50% of the entire capacity. So if for example, it's 100 packs, so because we would like to practice social distancing, the capacity should be at least 50%. And then you've seen in the, at most
50%, yeah.
Yes, and the biggest function room we have here, we can accommodate 400 people. So 50% of that is about 200.
Okay.
And then in terms of service, you've seen naman the video earlier, no? So only plated meals are available from our a la carte menus, or we also have prepared an intimate package which can accommodate as small as a minimum of 25 people. And the team also created a pandemic crisis team wherein all our operations team members are fully aware and trained in the sanitation procedures, like what you saw in the video earlier. And then just to give it a global perspective, Marco Polo Hotel Group has upgraded its health and hygiene standards in line with the WTTC. WTTC stands for World Travel and Tourism Council, which was developed together with World Health Organization and the leading tourism organization across the globe. So hindi lang siya basta-bastang standard. It is in compliance and aligned with the WTTC safe travels. And then, in terms of packages, Marco Polo Ortigas Manila is popularly known for a one-stop shop convenience service. So I know that the majority of the clients are coming here because of that service, which normally includes na flower centerpiece, musical entertainment, and an overnight stay. However, for this new intimate celebrations, we have added normal essentials, which is currently very timely, no? So the new normal essentials we have in mind are the following. We have a sanitation kit per table. We have a
Wow.
disposable mask for all guests. And based on the WTTC requirement, the air purifier with UV light pre and post event is being done. And then, of course, we disinfect the entrance of the function space. And of course, you have mentioned this earlier. We have partnered with one of the prestigious local brand, which is Fino Leatherware. They're La Mascherina for the celebrant and the couple. So I just like to share this. You had the black or the dark ones. I have
the
light
plum. I have
one.
the plum.
So the intimate pack. Oh, yeah, the plum. I have the light beige.
Oh, that's nice too.
Yes. So all our intimate packages, whoever is holding an event will get, if it's for the couple, they get 2 La Mascherina, and if it's, for example, for the debutante, she also gets 1. So we have created exclusive colors and selection for Marco Polo guests and customers.
And part of package na, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's part of package.
It's already part of the package. So
this can you personalize it? Can they personalize it?
As long as it's advised in advance, we can coordinate with the supplier.
Nice.
For example, as long as it's not in front of the mask, somewhere behind or on the strap.
Okay.
So I think that's about it for the new offerings of Marco Polo Ortigas Manila. Plus, as mentioned by Kutchie, syempre flexible din kami in terms of timing. If there would be some last-minute advice from the government that it's extended again. So we are highly flexible with our cut-off and our restrictions.
Okay.
So we will help you to assist that in terms of finding you a new date.
Okay. Ma'am, actually, it looks like you're very prepared. You did your homework, you did your research, and like you said, you're compliant with worldwide standards. That's really admirable. I guess that's basic for a 5-star hotel such as yours.
Yes, we are. We are really, really ready. As long as our guests are also ready. So.
What about now, ma'am? Question, I'm just curious. What if you have a client, I want to get married in your hotel, but I only have 10 guests. Pwede ba yun? Pwede na ba?
10 is acceptable based on the IATF regulation. 10 is acceptable.
10. What's the maximum ba now? I think 10, right?
Yeah, it is.
20? 10. Okay.
10.
Okay. Ma'am, I have a question lang. What about your current clients? May it be a wedding or a corporate event or a birthday party. How flexible are your rules or how flexible are your guidelines in your contract when it comes to postponements and cancellations?
As mentioned, we are highly flexible with our postponements, and as long as you rebook it on another date, we have our events team who can assist you with the available dates. And as Kutchie mentioned, if you like, if for more availability, you can also consider weekdays instead of weekends.
Sorry, weekday. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Pwede ba yun? Lunch and dinner? Can you accept like a lunch event and a dinner event on the same day?
Yes. Actually, our advice is, since the number of participants are limited right now, you can have a select intimate event or participants or guests for lunch, and then for a bigger or another set in the evening.
Okay.
And we have several function spaces that you can consider.
Interesting. But like you said, we're all just waiting. We're all just waiting for the restrictions and limitations to get lifted, or at least not, if not entirely, at least little by little. No?
Right. But it will
Hopefully,
help us in preparing, in adjusting, in listening to our customers what they need. So the team is always here to prepare and to come up with different offerings in time for the lifting of the GTQ.
and as mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter when this MGCQ will be announced. If it happens tomorrow, are you ready?
Super ready. So we are ready when you are ready.
Yes,
Yay.
we are ready when everyone else, when the government and everyone else is ready to follow the rules.
Right.
So very interesting. Ma'am, is there anything else you would like to add? Is there anything else that you think our viewers right now, your clients, Kutchie's clients, and perhaps my clients, and to the fellow suppliers, is there something that you would like to share with them? Your final message for them, perhaps.
I just like to assure everyone once again that the hotel is very much ready. Once everything has been lifted and all the procedures and protocols are in place.
Okay, that's great. Ma'am, what about for suppliers lang? I'm just curious. Do you have guidelines for suppliers? Are there requirements for suppliers who will be part of upcoming events?
Since the rules and regulations has been changing based on the IATF advice, the only standard thing that we require right now is the declaration form from each guest coming in and out of the hotel, and then the regular temperature checks. That's it.
So I guess at the end of it all, ma'am, I guess everybody should be responsible then for their own health,
Right.
no? So if you know that you're not feeling if you're not feeling too amazing today, perhaps it's better that you choose not to attend the event na lang din siguro. Ganun na rin. Everybody should be responsible. Like guests attending an event should be responsible, because if they get scanned, thermally scanned, and ano ba ang temperature na bawal? 38?
37.
37.
Yeah.
No, 38 or 37.5. Hindi ka papapasukin. Yeah,
In
okay.
fact, even the cars and all, everyone.
Everyone. So everyone will have to abide by the rules in order for everyone else to be able to enter and exit and go home safely. I guess that's our topmost objective. All right. So, ma'am, Ms. Cristina Cruz, thank you very much for sharing those insights with us. Hopefully, our objective naman talaga is our objective is for all our viewers, all potential event attendees to have that peace of mind and to have that sort of relief and trust and confidence that they know that they can enter your establishment and go home unnecessarily exposed. So thank you very much again, Ms. Cristina Cruz. Again, I hope you can stand by. We will be checking the comment section, and if there are questions that were not answered earlier, and if we still have time, hopefully we can bring you back in to answer some questions if necessary.
Okay, thank you, Atom.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cristina Cruz. Thank you very much. So there you have it. To all our viewers, you just heard some words from Marco Polo Ortigas, Manila's Director of Sales and Marketing, Ms. Cristina Cruz. So again, I think we still have a little bit of time. So if you do have questions, please just post them on the comment section. And while we take a look at these questions, let's play a quick game. And like I said, we have some prizes to give out. And all you have to do is to I'll ask the question, and then you have to write your answers on the comment section. Okay. Again, we'll ask some questions. and you need to write your answers on the comment section. So, so it's clear which question you are answering. Please make sure before you comment, put number 1 if you're answering question number 1, para hindi malito. And some questions are very subjective. So what we will do is we will look for the best answers. Sorry, Kutchie, we can hear you. Kutchie, we can hear you. Okay, so I'll ask a question, you write your answer, and we will look for the best answer that was sent in first, and then we will announce the winners later on. Okay, but again, make sure to write the number of the answer of the question that you're answering. Are you ready? Because I'm ready when you are. See what I did there? Question number 1. Please give one. I think for this one, sorry, let's just change it. For all of the questions, we will give the prize to the first person to send in a correct answer. Because the questions can have many answers. So as long as the answer, your answer answers and addresses the question, then it can be valid. So question number 1. And the prize for question number 1 is the La Mascherina mask from Fino Leatherware. And the question is, give one takeaway from Kutchie Luzurriaga's words about event planning a few minutes ago. Give one takeaway from Kutchie's event planning talk that just transpired a few minutes ago. Go. Let's give it, I'll give you 15 seconds to write in the comment section, to write your answers in the comment section. Give one takeaway, because I'm sure a lot of things were covered by Kutchie's talk. A lot of you might have different takeaways. As long as your answer in the comment section is one of the things covered and discussed earlier, then we will consider your answer. So go, give one takeaway from Kutchie's event planning talk. I'll give you 10 more seconds. I'm feeling very generous right now. So I'll give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's now move on to question number 2. And the prize for question number 2 is a gift certificate for a 3,000 peso gift certificate for dining credits at Long Hin for 2 persons. And the question is, I remember this was covered earlier, okay? Given that the restrictions allow for venues to only accept up to a maximum of 50% of the capacity, my question is, what is the maximum number of guests that Marco Polo Ortigas Manila can accommodate? This was answered by Ms. Cristina Cruz earlier. All right, I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time's up. And finally, question number 3, and the prize for this is an overnight stay in a superior room with breakfast for 2. Ang lungkot naman kung good for 1. Tama naman, di ba? So breakfast for 2. And the question is, by the way, this GC is valid only until tonight. So if you win, you have to use it by tonight. I'm kidding, of course. The question is, give 2 special package inclusions of Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's Intimate Celebrations package. Ms. Cristina Cruz also mentioned this earlier. So give 2 package inclusions of Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's Intimate Celebrations package. All right. So while we look at your answers, while we go through your answers, and while we take a look at the comment section for any other questions, that were not covered earlier that Kutchie or Ms. Cristina Cruz can answer, we would like to use this segment to acknowledge our broadcast partner. I'd like to speak on behalf of our broadcast partner, Experience Live, because I'm also part of it. So Experience Live is a company that broadcasts your event live over social media. This could be an event that's physical. It could also be a purely virtual event. So it could be a physical event such as a wedding, a birthday party, baptism, anniversaries. It could be a corporate event such as product launches, company anniversaries, awards nights, or the like. If it's a physical event, Experience Live can cover it and they can broadcast it live for you. The main objective of Experience Live is not just to show the viewers the event, but to give the guests and the online guests and viewers a chance to feel that they are part of the event, a chance for them to experience the event even from their homes. Because the objective of Experience Live is to give the viewers a live and interactive virtual experience to their guests. So we have created a lot of add-ons that clients can consider, such as like during the event, there is live narration of what's going on for the benefit of those for the benefit of the online viewers, so they can have a chance to really understand and have a feel of what's going on from the live narration that is part of the package. We also have other packages such as some of your guests who cannot attend the event and will be watching from their homes can receive something from you, so that while they are watching the event, they can actually enjoy something that they would have enjoyed if they actually were present at the event. All right, so those are just some of the add-ons, of some of the many add-ons that Experience Live is offering. So to know more, you can send us an email on experienceliveph@gmail.com, or you can go to our Instagram account, experienceliveph. All right, so we hope to hear from you, and we hope to broadcast your future events live so that more people can actually have a feel and be part of your special occasion. All right. So with that, I do believe we have our winners already. Oh, we have our winners. So here we go. I hope you guys are ready. We have our winners. Here we go. For question number 1, which was give one takeaway from Kutchie's event planning talk, and the prize is a La Mascherina mask from Fino Leatherware, and the winner is Jason Sun. I have a friend, his name is Jason Sung, but that's not him. It's Jason Sun.
Soon.
Yeah. So congratulations, Jason Sun. Number 2, the question was, how many guests can Marco Polo Ortigas Manila accommodate for each event? The prize is a 3,000 peso gift certificate to Long Hin for 2 persons. And the winner is Bel Tagal. Bel Tagal, congratulations. And finally, the winner of an overnight stay in a superior room in Marco Polo Ortigas Manila, answering the question of they had to give 2 special package inclusions of in Marco Polo Ortigas Manila's intimate celebrations package, and the winner is Charmaine Pagarigan. Congratulations to Charmaine Pagarigan. So congratulations, Jason Sun, Bel Tagal, and Charmaine Pagarigan. You will be contacted by Marco Polo with regard to how you can claim your prizes. So congratulations. So we have some questions. All right, so we have some questions. We still have time. We still have a few minutes, and we would like to ask some questions. So we would like to bring back Kutchie Luzurriaga and Miss Cristina Cruz. Welcome back, ladies.
Hello.
So apparently, there were questions that some of our viewers would really like to know the answers to. And the first one is for Miss. Hi guys, are you ready?
Okay.
Hi
Yes.
Coach. Hi Miss
Hello.
Cruz. Yeah. The first question is for Miss Cristina Cruz. Do you also offer special packages in Lunghin? Do you offer special? Do you have available? Oh, sorry. Do you have? Sorry, I misread the question. Do you have available Ting Hun packages in place for this new reality as well? Do you have a Ting Hun package?
Yes. Our intimate package is not only for couples or for celebrations, but we have an exclusive Ting Hun offering and package. Similarly to what was mentioned earlier, the addition would be the sanitation kit and the the
La
mask.
Mascarina mask, yeah, that's right.
The mascarina mask. Yes. And then I think we're so popular also with our Tinghun offers because of it's all in. So yeah, so it's available.
Okay, that's great. I'm sure because if I'm not mistaken, Marco Polo Ortigas Manila is also a favorite venue for Tinghun celebrations.
Yes, and we have our authentic chef from Lunghin, and we have also a Chinese kitchen who can prepare the favorite dishes of our Chinese clientele.
That's nice. That's really great to know. Which is actually related to the next question. Do you still serve Chinese menus for your events? I suppose what's being mentioned here is a laureate menu. Do you still offer laureate menus?
For this period, it's going to be plated Chinese. It's not laureate. In compliance with the IATF regulation that it has to be plated.
It has to be plated. So by plated, you mean that's different from Russian service, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because
Yes.
Russian service is like a degustation, like they give it per course. They serve it per course. So that can't happen. So it's not. It has to be a plated dinner.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So those were just the questions. But since there were no questions for Kutchie, I'll ask a question for Kutchie. Kutchie, what is your beauty regimen secret?
Kung talaga Atom, dapat I think skip na ako, di ba? Wala nang question eh.
Oo, wala na.
Yeah.
All right, so
PM na lang ako.
Yes. Ladies, thank you very much. This has been a very interesting program because it's not just helpful for our viewers who are just planning to visit the hotel. It's actually very helpful for people planning an event wherever that event might be. So might be. So I'm sure our viewers have a lot of takeaways from Kutchie's and Miss Cristina Cruz's talks earlier. So, ladies, final words. Final words.
Yeah. Yes. Well, for today's sharing natin, I just want to tell everyone, especially for our couples waiting it out, we have a common goal, and this is to celebrate your love with your loved ones, with your families, and I know it will happen soon. It's just really a matter of time. So for the meantime, I just want you to be keeping inspired, seek out inspiration. And ultimately, when we are all gathered together, I'm sure this is going to be a crazy time when we celebrate it. So just keep on planning ahead. And then when that moment comes in place, I'm sure it's going to be the best thing ever for everyone. No? So thank you for having me here, Atom. Thank you, Cristina of Marco Polo, and the rest of the Marco Polo people for the opportunity na maka-inspire kami kahit paano for today.
All right. Thank you, Kutchie. Yes. What about you, Ms. Cristina Cruz? Final words?
I'm pretty sure there's much more questions. So I think our team has provided the numbers that you can call for any questions, or if not, just reach out to us via our Facebook page. And then, of course, the number one of in this period is health and sanitation. So we just want to note that we take it seriously for us to welcome you back. And I'd like to thank you, Atom and Kutchie as well, for partnering with us and making this happen. So because it's not so easy to come up with this kind of event.
It is our
And
pleasure.
yeah. And thank you for each one of you who has participated in the event. And really, really, the hotel team is looking forward to welcoming you back. And we are all ready when you are ready. So thank you.
Yeah. Actually, Miss Cristina Cruz, bilib ako sa inyo. I don't know how you can work with, because I can see your view. Is that your office? I can see the view from your office. You have a very nice view. So yeah, I don't know how you can work. It's so nice to just look at your view.
Just stare at it lang, no?
Yeah, just for our online guests, that is not a virtual background. That is really Miss Cristina Cruz's office.
Oo. At saka, ang sisipag din ng mga taga Marco Polo. They're so fast in adapting to the hotel government regulations. They were the first to adapt very fast.
Ever since naman yan.
Congratulations.
I've been working with Marco Polo Ortigas Manila for years, and they've always been very efficient and always ahead of the rest.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
All right, so before we end, so again, ladies, thank you very much. Thank you, Kutchie.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you, Ms. Cristina Cruz. Now, to all our online guests, before we end the program, we would, of course, like to thank Marco Polo Ortigas Manila for bringing all of us together here today. We would also like to thank Kutchie Luzurriaga of Getting Married Philippines, and we would like to thank our sponsors. Of course, we'd like to thank Fino Leatherware, and we would like to thank our broadcast partner, Experience Live. So to all our online guests, we hope that you have some takeaways. We hope that the last hour and a half or so provided some answers for you. So, but please stay safe, stay healthy, continue to watch over your health, and please continue to wash your hands. So this has been your host, Atom Ungson. We hope you all enjoyed event planning in the new reality with Marco Polo Ortigas Manila. Good day to you all.